What is the whistleblower saying specifically?
Well, as you know, Maria, Senator Grassley and I have reviewed a legally protected and highly credible whistleblower document, which alleges that there was an exchange of money for policy decisions made by then Vice President Joe Biden. We have determined that whistleblower is extremely credible.
Breaking news tonight, the blockbuster headline. Tonight, we have just learned that the special counsel in the Hunter Biden case is now charging a confidential FBI source, accusing him of lying about Hunter Biden and his father and their role in Ukraine business.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Abby. Yeah, thoughts and prayers to James Comer and the fake, frivolous, faux Biden impeachment that they've been trying to run. It's been so successful. You haven't heard him talk about it for the last couple of weeks. They had to switch to Mayorkas because there's no evidence in Joe Biden. And now what do we find out? What we've known all along, that this 1023 form that they cried over for months and months was all a lie.
Okay, shall we just do this? Let's pull together all the clips of James Comer saying in as high a pitch as possible that the witness they had was very credible.
Of questionable behavior that the Biden family members have been doing to receive funds. So we take this whistleblower claim very seriously.
A trusted FBI informant has alleged a bribe to the Biden family.
And a highly credible FBI source alleges that Joe Biden received $5 million in exchange for pressuring for the firing of a Ukrainian prosecutor.
I mean, the case has been cracked, guys. We're just missing the one document the FBI is hiding. And the whistleblower says the FBI has the document. And Oversight Chairman James Comer met with the FBI today to say, hey, I'm in charge of oversight. Give me the evidence. So what did the FBI say? Chairman James Comer joins us now. Did you get the evidence?
Well, the FBI refused to turn over the Form 1023. We had another meeting where they were very patronizing. I've asked for a phone call with Director Wray. We expect to get this document. Speaker McCarthy had a phone call with Director Wray. He demanded that they turn over this document. This is a very crucial piece of our investigation. And the reason that I think it's very credible is this claim was made years before anyone knew about these different shell companies and knew exactly what the Biden family did in countries like Romania and China.
And then juxtapose that with news this week that said witness was arrested and charged by the FBI for lying to make the case against Biden.
Special counsel David Weiss charging Alexander Smirnov provided the FBI false derogatory information, claiming Burisma executives told him they'd hired Hunter Biden when his father was vice president to, quote, protect us through his dad from all sorts of problems. The FBI determining that was not true. The indictment further charges Smirnov lied when he told agents Burisma executives paid the Bidens a $5 million bribe when Joe Biden was vice president. The special counsel now saying the defendant's story to the FBI was a fabrication.
Now, I don't remember the last time so many Republican fake outrage schemes blew up in their face at the same time. From the DOJ investigation into Biden.
And the president was in front of and on top of it all, asking questions and requiring that America's military and intelligence community and diplomatic community would figure out and know how many people were dead. How many are Americans? How many hostages? Is the situation stable? He was in front of it all, coordinating and directing leaders who are in charge of America's national security, not to mention our allies around the globe. For days, and up until now, months. So the way that the president's demeanor in that report was characterized could not be more wrong on the facts and clearly politically motivated, gratuitous. And so I will say that when it comes to the role and responsibility of a prosecutor in a situation like that, we should expect that there would be a higher level of integrity, than what we saw.
To losing George Santos' seat in New York, with voters openly citing Republicans' inability to govern on the border as a through line.
I was in the district the day after Republicans shanked it, to use your term. And I heard from voters that they were these are obviously very well-informed voters, right, but they were at the polling station. They were voting early. And several of them said to me that they don't want to vote for the Republican because it's clearly impossible to get a solution on the issue of immigration. They said the border problem, the immigration issue, the migrant issue in their district was the top issue for them. And that the fact that Republicans killed that bipartisan deal put them over the edge to vote for Tom Suozzi.
But now this, the impeachment that never was, with the ever so reliable source charged with lying. And if there's one person's perspective that I wanted to get, it definitely was Florida Democrat Jared Moskowitz, because he has been on hand throughout this sham investigation, calling out the hypocrisy, disinformation, all with well-rounded humor, pointing out the grass-fed nothingness in this nothing burger.
Joining me now is Democratic Congressman from Florida, Jared Moskowitz. Congressman, simple question. Should Republicans end their impeachment inquiry in light of these charges?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Abby. Yeah, thoughts and prayers to James Comer and the fake, frivolous, faux Biden impeachment that they've been trying to run. It's been so successful. You haven't heard him talk about it for the last couple of weeks. They had to switch to Mayorkas because there's no evidence in Joe Biden. And now what do we find out? What we've known all along, that this 1023 form that they cried over for months and months was all a lie. It was all a lie. And the guy who made it up has been indicted. By the
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So we are about to begin the impeachment inquiry debate. And my colleagues, my Republican colleagues, are going to show you how important it is to them. They're going to show you how much evidence they have supposedly uncovered. They're going to show you how serious of an issue they think this is. And you want to know why? Because as soon as we take this vote today, you know what they're going to do? They're going to break for 3 weeks. They're going to run out of this place and leave for 3 weeks, even though it's so important. And it's so overwhelming. And it is, the nation must be focused on this, that they are going to run away and leave Washington for 3 weeks. It's because there's no evidence on Joe Biden. The only thing they have uncovered is that Joe Biden is the father of Hunter Biden. That's it.
His comments come after the confidential source at the center of allegations being promoted by the House Republicans, alleging that President Biden accepted a bribe, was arrested and charged with making false statements to the FBI. In making their case, GOP lawmakers have frequently pointed to conversations the confidential source Alexander Smirnov had with the FBI, relaying that the head of Ukrainian energy company Burisma told him he had paid both President Biden and his son Hunter Biden $5 million.
President Biden has done nothing wrong. They have not laid a glove on President Biden, and they have no evidence of him committing any offense, much less an impeachable offense. So this is where we are. We take it that the Republicans, if they can get their votes together, are planning to vote to conduct an impeachment inquiry today, a repetition of everything that we've seen over the last 11 months. But we are in a remarkable juncture for the U.S. House of Representatives because this is an impeachment inquiry where no one has been able to define what criminal or constitutional offense they're looking for. We don't know what the crime is. You know, the mysteries are called a whodunit because it starts with a crime and then you try to determine who committed it. This is more like a what is it, not a whodunit. We don't know what the crime is. And there are thousands and thousands of pages of evidence, but all of the evidence demonstrates beyond any reasonable doubt that President Joe Biden is not guilty of any impeachable offense.
And it is worth noting for those already bloodying their fingers to type in that this is Biden's DOJ at work, deep state, this is Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce at work. The charges were brought by special counsel David Weiss, a Trump appointee who has brought tax charges against Hunter Biden. While Smirnov had previously been described to lawmakers as a credible source, the indictment alleges he was actually repeatedly admonished for making false statements. Imagine that.
Truth of what exactly the Biden family was doing with our adversaries in China.
Okay, we will see where the next chapter leads. James Comer, thank you for your time. It's rather incendiary, and we'll see whether or not you're onto something. Again, 5 years investigating. Nothing just yet. James Comer, thank you for your time today.
So we can just go ahead and add this to the list of things that do-nothing Republicans have failed to accomplish just this week alone.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Meidas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.